What's up, everybody? This is Off the Cuff. I'm one of your hosts, Big Heavy, here with my bro,
Yulika.
And we are joined once again with our new friend and co-hostess, the lovely Miss Dawn.
Hey, everybody.
So how's everybody doing?
Welcome back.
Thank you.
How's everybody doing today? Or tonight, I should say.
I'm tired. How are you feeling, sleepyhead?
Late for work again.
Again. Late for work again. He had to be there at what time today?
7:30.
7:30. Do you hear that? 7:30.
What
And you
time
got there at what time did you get there?
7:50.
You kind of mumbled on that one there, bro.
And ask me what time I got to work.
What time did you get
to work?
Do you remember what I told you last podcast?
Yeah, you start driving at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, you get there at like 5:45.
Yep.
Sometimes 20 to 6.
Yep.
I
I was
listened.
15 minutes early.
Contrary to all my exes, I listened.
I was there at 5:45. My normal 15 minutes early.
But here's my question, though. Did you make coffee with your Keurig, or did you stop at your local gas station?
Actually, I did not get coffee today.
What?
I know. I had a Diet Coke.
You had a Diet Coke. Wow. What happened? How come you swayed away from the coffee?
I'm not sure. Coffee, I don't know. I just decided on bubbly.
Bubbly and cold, huh?
Bubbly and cold. It's caffeine.
Not warm and soothing.
Yeah, I didn't go for warm and soothing this morning. It was that kind of day.
I won't hold it against you.
I was going to say, I stopped at a gas station too. You
On your way to work?
No.
Oh.
In between. I got me a big Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
From the fountain.
Yeah, me today. I stopped at
just
3
in case you
different
wanted to know.
gas stations. I had to stop at 3 different gas stations to get coffee. All 3 of them sucked.
Oh.
The
I
thing
just
is,
go to
you
the
can't ask
Speedway.
for your money back.
No.
Well, once you bought it, you bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So guess what, Yulika?
Tell me, Jeff.
No notable deaths today.
Get out. Are you serious? There is a God. There is a God. So now this is your second show with us. Unfortunately, I know on the first show that we did together, I said, we'll give it a couple of episodes so that you can work out your feelings about this. But so far, what are your thoughts?
Oh, I had a blast last time.
With the notable deaths?
It was all fun. Who says death isn't fun?
So morbid.
I guess you're in Team Jeff with that one.
Yeah, I had a blast.
Don't worry, bro. You still got some Team Yulikas out there.
Oh, I'm sure. So how many listeners do we have now?
41.
We've got a new subscriber.
Yeah,
I think we gained one.
listeners?
Yeah, we gained one on YouTube.
Oh, cool.
Well,
Okay.
I sent out a thing today, so let's see how long that takes. We'll see. Hopefully my friends,
We'll sign up.
support.
Yeah,
I'm sure they will.
I'm sure they will too.
Yeah, they're going to hear your voice in it, and, they're going to laugh, and, you're going to be the attraction to the show.
Oh, thanks.
Especially after today's topic.
What's today's topic, bro?
gender roles and how they have changed over the years.
Over
I
the
think
years
that
or over the years?
years. I thought I
Okay.
said years. Years.
Let me clear my throat. All right. I'm ready.
Cool. So you want to start us off then, since you're ready?
Me?
Sure.
Oh,
What I'll do
you're
is,
ready.
first I'm going to ask Dawn.
Mm.
How does she feel about that statement?
About gender roles?
And how they have changed over the years, or the last few decades.
I did not benefit from any of that.
Okay.
I did not
Can it be a
benefit
little
from
bit
any
more
gender role.
specific?
Yeah. There was no males cooking, cleaning, none of that in my house.
And that was one of the points I was going to make. I thought there were more men cooking now and staying home with the kids, becoming,
House
more
husbands?
Domesticated.
domesticated.
Mhm.
I mean, I think I have a little bit, but
Oh, I smell bitch in here. Yep, smell like bitch.
I know a few men that are.
some men, I guess.
Hmm.
Not all have joined the domesticated ship.
I know a few men. I know a few men that cook and clean and take care of their kids on their own.
So would you say, Don, that during your time, the gender roles did not change?
In my time, I think we're about the same age, aren't we?
Well, you said during your time, you didn't benefit from the gender role change.
Oh, I'm talking about in my house.
Okay. So let's go with your house.
Yeah, don't try to make her all old and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't
no,
be
no, no,
making
no,
me
no, no,
old.
no. That's not what I was doing. I was saying your time as in, when you were married, once upon a time.
Right. Or two.
Were you married
there
twice?
I was married twice. Hmm.
Ooh, okay. So let's start with
Yeah.
your first marriage.
That's a new,
how did that-
new tidbit.
As far as gender
Good.
roles are concerned.
I don't even remember. I don't know. Yeah, he did. He grilled. Oh, I can't say. Well, grilling.
All
I
men
guess.
grill.
I bet. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I guess.
Well, most men.
I guess they did both grill. So I did benefit from grilling. I don't remember too much of anything else if he cleaned.
I think all men think they're grill masters. That's what it is.
Exactly.
First, I put charcoal in the grill. Then, I put lighter fluid.
Yeah, that is kind of like a manly thing, I think.
Yeah.
That most men still stick to.
Does it make you feel manly to stand over a hot grill and toss meat around?
No, actually, it's not that it makes me feel manly. It just
Yeah.
feels like that's what I should be doing,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well-
but I think I think that today's topic is
I
more
should have
so
done that.
like how the typical gender roles that we grew up thinking that a man does this and a woman does that, how that has
Mhm.
changed over the decades.
I think it depends on how you're raised because, how do I put it? But my brothers aren't super they go to work every day. I don't know about cooking and cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
There was no cooking and cleaning at my house, so unless I threw a fit, then there was cleaning.
No, wait. At your house, you're talking about during your times of being married, or when you lived
Yeah.
at your parents? Well, let's go back.
Yeah, let's go back. Let's go back
Let's
then because
start
my
on
brothers.
a different generation. Let's go
Yes.
back further on the generation. So let's start with
Yes.
like your grandparents.
Oh, I don't know about them because I lost my grandparents. My grandmother died I was 5. So.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, do you remember your grandparents and how they were with respect to gender roles?
I remember my grandmother more than my granddad.
Okay.
I should, yeah. Um, well, I remember my grandmother. Almost ate the mic there. I remember my grandmother's did not work.
Right.
I don't remember my grandmother's working. Um, they were mostly homemakers,
Mm-hmm.
or I guess that's what they
Mm-hmm.
call it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they cooked up a storm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And just took care of the kids and just, you know, the grandkids and all that stuff. But um, the one grandfather I do remember, he wasn't my real granddad, but he was the only granddad I knew, which was on my father's side, was normally at home watching TV,
Mm-hmm.
just sitting there, and maybe that's where I got my whole, I'm a man, I watch TV, but I don't know. I don't remember him working either. We would take walks. Maybe he was retired by the time I was, 6 years old or whatever, but we'd take walks in the park. He enjoyed, hanging out with me and showing me like the birds, not the birds and the bees, but, there were bees also. Yeah, squirrels, we'd just be in the park. So, I don't know. I guess that's how I saw them. Yeah. Kind of like women at home and men just doing what they want to do.
My dad became more domesticated after my mom passed away. So he was forced, all of a sudden he had to learn how to write a check and pay the bills. And, he lives on paper plates and plastic silverware because he hates to do dishes. But, now he has to do all the cleaning because he lives alone, and he does eat out all the time, but he does eat at home sometimes. But I think he's been more domesticated since then.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
How
Yeah,
about
I
you?
have to say, for me, with my grandparents, from my mom's side, both of my grandparents worked. My grandmother, at one point, and this is, of course, before I can remember or before I was born, and this is based on, family stories, Grandma, she had 5 kids, and she was a homemaker. My grandfather, now coming from a third world country, Cape Verde, my grandfather, and this was typical back then in Cape Verde, the men would go off overseas to go work, usually on a ship. And perhaps maybe that's where I have my love for sailing and so on and so forth. But he used to work in Holland or out of Holland, and he would travel for like 6 months, come home for 6 months. What they did was he created like a type of store, some sort of merchant type business in Cape Verde, of which my grandmother operated while he was out. So, to that respect, my grandmother started to, get a taste of what it's like to make money and have a little bit of an independence, not just through my grandfather's store, but also on her own. And that did clash a little bit. They had very clashing views. And by the time I was around that I can remember, I mean, it almost seemed like every day they had an argument, at 10 o'clock in the morning on the dot. That was at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., 7 p.m., and then, just before they went to bed at 9.
Wow.
So, yeah, they lived like that forever until, and divorce was a common thing that got thrown around, but they never did get divorced.
Well, my grandfather, my mother's dad, he used to take my sister and I. We're the oldest of the grandkids, and I always used to joke, I don't know any man that would take 2 little girls out in the middle of the woods in an RV camping and fishing for a week, and he did that quite often. So I got to hand it to him on that, and he's passed away now too. But he used to do that all the time. Take us fishing and camping, and those were good memories. But that was after my grandmother had passed away. So good times.
That was your father.
So before
That
before
was
your
my
grandmother,
that
my
was my
question is
mother's
this.
dad.
Your mother's
Mhm.
dad. Okay, so
Mhm.
before your grandmother passed away, did he do any of those things with you guys?
I don't remember because I was like 5 or 6 when my grandmother passed away.
Okay.
So I don't
Yeah.
remember too much at that age.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how about your parents? How did gender roles work out for them?
My dad mowed the grass. I mean, he did the man stuff. My mom did the woman stuff. He worked in the shop for 30 years and retired early. And my mom did work as we got older. When we were younger, she was a stay-at-home mom, but she did work when we were older. But yeah, it was basically the female role, the cooking, the cleaning, the kids. My dad was mowing the grass, fixing washing machines, and the cars and whatnot. But the typical, I would say. Not no,
Okay.
come in and cook dinner. And I mean, I do have friends whose husbands do all that. They cook, they clean, and was very jealous.
Okay, but you're skipping a generation, so let's get back to your parents. So your mom pretty much stayed at home and took care of the kids and raised the kids and managed the household,
Yes.
and your dad went off and worked and quote unquote brought home the bacon.
Yep.
Okay, so
Yep.
so with your parents, you kind of had that. How about you, bro?
Hmm.
I just had my mom. My father, I was told, was a cab driver at one point. So that's kind of weird because I'm now an MTA bus driver. And I think about that sometimes, like,
It's in the genes.
yeah. was I meant to do this?
The driving genes.
Yeah. And I did Uber drive for a little bit too back in Maryland. So
See?
that's kind of weird too. But yeah, she said I think he did that before I was born for a little bit. And he couldn't hold a job. Mm-hmm. I'm telling
I'm pleading the fifth on that
yeah,
one.
I'm telling a little too much about myself here. But yeah, no, my mom was a lot like my grandmother. She was in the kitchen all the time, and she's still to this day almost 80 years old. She's like, I'm sorry, mom. She's 25. And no, she likes to say she's 18 plus. And and she's still in the kitchen all the time. So I don't know. She loves to cook for people, make them happy. And so yeah, she's always been domesticated.
Mm-hmm.
No
My
matter
mom
what.
my mom tried to be domesticated. She could cook,
Yeah.
but she tried canning one time, and
Oh, yeah.
every single jar of canned tomatoes did not seal,
Oh,
and
no.
that was a horrible mess. She tried. She couldn't even make Jello though.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. Well, in my household, both of my parents worked. My mom did do some of the typical female gender type of roles, as would be expected, but with influences also from my grandmother, or I should say, education from my grandmother. My mom and my aunts, they kind of adopted this notion that they are as capable as men and they could do a whole lot better. So that, in a way, created relationship issues with their husbands later on, in life. They did do the cooking and the cleaning and the laundry and management of the household and so on and so forth. But at the same time, in a relationship, they were kind of individuals. They did what they wanted to do, not what the couple would want to do, right? But to that respect, also, you know, their husbands also did the same, you know. And there was a lot. I remember as a kid, I used to hear, you know, the ladies talking, my aunts and my mom and grandmother and et cetera, you know, and they always had some sort of man bashing, you know. I think that if they had Lifetime channel at that time, you know, they would have been glued to that TV.
Oh yeah.
You know, like I'll give you an example. You know, the closest to that would be the soap operas from the 80s, late 70s, early 80s, you know.
like
General
Dallas?
Hospital.
Now I was
Oh,
thinking
Dallas.
Dallas, yes,
More like
because you know
those,
when I was
yeah.
a kid at that age, you know, I was in Portugal, so there were only a few different American shows that would air on Portuguese TV.
I see.
One of which was, of course, Dallas. You know,
Of course.
and you know, the time that they would sit down to watch TV, it was one TV in the house, you know, in the living room, and everyone, the entire family, would basically unite inside of this room. And you know, of course, I was the little one, so I always had to sit on the floor, you know, and everyone would be scrunched up together on the couch, and you know, everyone would say shh, you know. So anytime I wanted to say something, they'd always say shh, you know, and you know, every time J.R. Ewing did something to Sue Ellen, you know, they all had something to say. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Shh, you know, because they always had something to say about J.R. Oh, that son of a bitch. Oh, now I can't stand him. You know, you know, look what he's doing to poor Sue Ellen, you know.
Mhm.
So when they said who shot JR, they were like, I don't care as long as he got shot. Right?
Oh, no. I mean, they were like, you know, they all wanted to know who shot JR, but they were all saying, well, he deserved it anyway. The way he treats women, you know. So it was that type of thing, you know. But the men, they never really, you know, fell into that whole soap opera thing with Dallas and so on and so forth, you know. They would use that time to go off and, you know, go get a drink at the local bar or something.
Well, of course.
You know? Yeah.
I think
So
I think a lot of
kinda
that,
how it went.
if I may intervene,
Mhm.
I think no, I was gonna say I think a lot of that still exists in the country. Like I've been out here for about 4 years now with my family, and I live in a small, you know, town. Like they actually call it a village.
I live in a village
Do
also.
you?
Otisville, yep.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
You blink,
And-
you'll miss it.
Right. It's
Same
like-
as Noodle.
Hold on, I'm taking note.
Yeah.
I'm taking note, Don. I'm taking note.
Oh crap! I didn't mean to tell you
Yeah.
where I lived.
Well, you know,
Stalker
You know.
alert.
You're gonna be driving all the way from Kentucky to come find me.
well, that's you say all the way, but to me, that's around the corner.
Oh no.
It's a day's drive. That's true.
Almost a day.
No, it's so creepy.
So yeah, no, I live, you know, in this small town, so I'm thinking it still kind of feels like that.
Hmm.
Like, you know, it's just men are still going to the bars and drinking, and a certain day of the night or whatever, you know, it's Thursday and Friday or whatever, and women are still canning, baking, whatever, you know.
Not this girl.
Well, not all, but I mean, it just still has that feel, which I don't.
Right.
I'm not saying is a bad thing, you
Mhm.
know. It still feels good. It's like family
Right.
tradition, family value kind of
Mhm.
thing, and I don't know. I don't mind it
Mhm.
because it kind of reminds me of the old days, you know,
Right.
in the country. So, but
You know, living
That's just what
myself
I
out
thought
in the
about.
country, myself being out in the country, that goes kind of both ways because, you know, I go in and out of people's homes all the time. So I do get to see both sides of the spectrum. And what I have noticed is that the couples that still live like that, whether they be young or older or, you know, about our age, you know, And that being 26, by the way. I'm 26.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
Yes, I am. I just color my beard and hair gray.
Because it's cool.
Uh-huh.
It's a fad.
Right. But I was going to say that, those people typically have a heavy influence of religion in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's one of those things. Now I'll say this: in my younger days, I was never much of a religious man, and then at some point in my life, I started to frequent a Catholic church. I didn't learn what I'm about to say, at the church itself, but I did one time Google what it is to be a husband and what it is to be a wife. And of course, the first 3, 4, 5 pages are excerpts from the Bible, religious speakers, teachers, and etc. And I will say that what I thought that, reflecting back, I could never put into words, but eloquently I did find those words and that meaning in some of the articles that I read. And there it says that, for example, for a woman, her role as being a wife is her first duty is to God, second duty is to husband, and lastly are the kids.
Uh-huh.
That's one. The other part of it is her role as a wife is to manage the household, educate the children, and make sure that the household is her husband's kingdom, a place for him to come and feel relaxed and so on and so forth. And
Hell no.
the husband's role
I don't think so.
is to go out and bring home the bacon, as they say.
Right.
But here's the difference. Putting it in today's words, in today's examples, what they say is the husband is supposed to go off to work, bring home the paycheck, put it on top of the table. The wife has the duty to manage the funds. Now, see, I'll say this. In all my life, in all my relationships, and I've had a few, I always thought that should be done. I didn't want to have to deal with, going to work, trying to figure out how to make a buck, come home and still have to figure out how to pay that buck, and split it up, that $1 with, 20 different bills, and yet can't find dinner made, yet have to cook, and that was always a problem for me. And I did never find that woman that would do that, but I got close. I will say that Gabby was probably the closest one. And for those of you who are just joining us, Gabby is my twin's mom, the third mom. But I think she kicked my ass to the curb because, she's all capable and so on and so forth. She doesn't need a man for anything.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, this coming from another guy point of view.
Mm-hmm.
I also feel like when you have to do that stuff when you're by yourself, right? I mean, you got to go make the money.
Exactly.
You got to come home. You got to pay the bill anyway, or the bills.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get a female, right? Do you want a servant?
No,
or
no.
do you want a partner in life?
Am I right? Am I right or am I right? I'm right.
No, a
Right.
partner. But you see,
Right.
that's the part about partnership, right? That's the part about partnership. You see, when you're doing it by yourself, when you're home alone, you don't have a wife to go home to, and you're a single guy, yeah, you have to do that by yourself. But
Yeah.
if you become married, you take on a partner, even if you're not legally married, right, on paper, right? But, the two of you decide that you want to build a life together, that is a partnership. And that level
Right.
of trust and dedication to one another should be there.
Right.
Unfortunately, these days, in my experience and what I see out here, everyone is out for themselves. I worked with a guy once. You worked with him too. His name is Chan. Not that I'm pointing him out. But he said to me and a couple other guys one time, "Oh, you guys are stupid getting married. The only reason why I would ever get married is to double my income."
Hmm.
So how do you guys
it's
feel
not a
about that?
That's a horrible reason.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
And he sounds like a jerk.
Well, that's how people look at it these days, right? To double their income. Well, I'm going to hook up with this guy, or I'm going to hook up with that girl because she's got a job, he's got a job. You know, the two of us working together. We'll split the rent 50-50. You know, you have your bank account, I have my bank account, and we have a joint bank account. We put all of our monies in for the bills. You have your money, I have my money.
I've never heard anybody say that.
Yeah,
I'm going to get married to double my income.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, I think Chan was just, you know, the one who had the balls to say it. But a lot of people basically think that way.
He was the finance guy at Dark Cars, wasn't he?
He became the finance guy. When you were there, he was a salesman. And I think we beat him because he was like a year older than us. But by the time at the time that he said that to me and a couple of other guys, he was a finance manager, but at a mortgage company.
Okay.
So, yes, you are absolutely correct. At that time, when he stated that, he was selling money. So I guess money was the precedence and everything.
I think he was a jack-off. Yeah. If I remember correctly, that's what I thought about it. But anyway.
Now, seeing you were in the military, Jeff,
yeah.
Do you think men that have been in the military are more self-sufficient and are more like apt to keep a home clean and, you know, take on more of those roles because, you know, when you're in the military, you're forced to, you know, make your bed and keep your shoes shined and everything clean and tidy? And
I think that goes for some, not all.
Did that rub off on you?
It rubbed off on me, yeah, a little bit. I mean, I don't think my wife would say that right now. But
should we get Heather in here?
Yeah. But no, when I came back, it had an immediate impact.
Right.
Yeah.
But as the years went on, you're like,
yeah,
I'll let Heather do it.
I kind of became the rebel without a clue again.
I got a wife. I don't have
to. I mean, I don't know about bro man shining his shoes anymore, but I have seen. Yeah, I have seen. I mean, he did help out. I don't know how he does now, but you know, a lot of times we've been on the phone or whatever, and oh, I gotta finish doing the laundry, bro. Hold on a minute. You know, stuff like that.
I definitely do a lot of dishes. I can tell you that.
Oh, I love a man that does dishes.
What's a funny thing about that? I actually enjoy doing dishes.
Oh, you're a keeper.
No, but you know Laura, right? The woman I was telling you about, that's a mutual friend of ours, my wife and I. She looked at me really strange when I said, "Ooh, grapefruit, you know, dish detergent. I like that one." She was like, "Huh?" I was like, "Yeah, that smells really good when you're doing the dishes."
So you were having like aromatherapy while you were doing the dishes.
Yeah. I put on the music. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, it relaxes you.
Yeah. I don't know.
Dishes traumatize me because we
we
were a family of 6, no dishwasher, and we were always fighting who had to do the dishes, and I hated washing dishes. Thank God my sister, she would gladly wash the dishes and I would dry them.
Yeah.
But to this day,
that's like, one thing I don't like.
There's no dishwasher, deal breaker. Oh, you don't like to put them away?
Well, we have the rack where we just put them on the rack. But.
No, see, I enjoy doing laundry.
Yeah?
Yeah.
My wife likes the laundry. Yeah, she likes. Well, I don't think she likes it. I think she prefers doing that. Whoa.
Is that your stomach growling, Yulika?
No, that was a Harley Davidson passing by.
That sounded like a rumble in your stomach.
I was going to say, didn't you say you were getting something to eat?
No, that was earlier today. Earlier today, there was a rumble in my stomach. Well, let me tell you guys, I don't like doing dishes, although when I was a kid in my grandmother's household, my job was always to dry the dishes, and I didn't want to dry the dishes. I wanted to be the one playing in the water, you know. But yeah, that was my task, was to dry dishes, and I didn't like it very much.
I like to dry them.
then
I don't
when
like
we
sticking my
moved to
hands in dirty
America-
water. It was the dirt. It was the dirty water. I do have some OCD issues, and it was just like
Can't deal
I
with
would
that.
clean the dishes practically clean in order to put them in the water because I just can't stick my hands if I see stuff floating in there. I just can't do it.
Oh,
And same thing with my laundry. People think I'm weird, very weird, because I wash everything separately. My socks wash by themselves,
Really?
undies by themselves. Yeah. And I don't wash other people's clothes with mine.
Oh, well, hey,
Isn't that weird?
I wonder how big your water bill is.
We don't pay for our water.
You don't? Wow.
No.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's cool.
that's where I need
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah, but people when they
Makes it
hear
better.
me say that, they're just like, "Oh, you're cray cray."
I told you that bitch crazy.
I mean, it makes sense to me. I don't know.
I don't know. I just don't want
I mean, it's
other
a little
people's
bit
dirty stuff in with my
OCD-ish.
dirty stuff.
But like my mom, I mean, and people do this. They separate the whites, right, and
Right.
the color. Some people don't do that,
No.
right, anymore.
People who
They
don't know
try
how to do laundry. And then all your stuff's pink.
right.
You know, I never had that. And I tend to just throw it all in at once. You know, whenever
and
I'm.
it still comes out. Well, they have detergents now too that can, for some, you have.
Yeah, well, I've
like,
always been one to pay top dollar for a good detergent that, I don't have to figure out if
then-
it's cold water, warm
There you
water,
go.
or hot
Yeah.
water.
Oh, good for you.
I just
Yeah.
throw it all in there, and then I put it all, to heat, to dry, and I fold up all my stuff and put it away. But my pet peeve. I don't really enjoy doing laundry, but my pet peeve is, I like to have my closet organized.
Mm-hmm.
All light colors, have to be hanging. All my pants that are light colors have to be hanging in the same spot. From darker
Well,
to lighter.
it makes it easier to find stuff. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I did that too.
All the
That would be
hangers
nice to
have
organize,
to be
yeah.
facing in the same direction. And if one is out, I go ballistic.
I
you
must
know.
say, my wife is much better at that than I am.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
mean,
leave anything in a laundry basket. I hate that. It's like they'll come out of the
Well-
dryer. I'll put all the shirts on a hanger right away, and then they go
Yeah.
right in the closet. I've just never been one to let the laundry sit all over the house. It just drives me crazy.
Yeah, my
Well, let
wife
me
is the
tell you,
one that
my
puts
first
stuff
wife.
away, but
My first wife's idea of the laundry basket was the couch.
oh,
And then
I
when
know-
it wasn't the
I know a
couch,
few
it
people like
was the
that.
table.
That's how we do it in my garden.
sometimes
and
we're
that-
bad about
And
it.
I think she used to do that just to get me out of the house, really.
but hurt you.
I seriously doubt that.
Say, oh,
Yeah,
I'm going to load down the couch so Yulika can't sit on it.
Exactly. It's either that or, have Barbie's leg pointing up this way, stick him in his ass. It was kind of like that. But yeah, no, I've always been one to, I really do enjoy ironing my clothes. Jeffrey
I don't iron.
Nobody wants to use that shit anymore.
I don't know. I didn't know anybody ironed anymore.
Right?
I just throw it in.
I
I
had-
just throw it in a dryer now. I just-
Well, my dryer has a steam thing, and I didn't really know what that meant. So I had accidentally left some shirts in the dryer, so they got wrinkly because they were still a little damp. So then they were very wrinkly. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to try that steam thing. Well, what I didn't know is that it sprays water on your clothes. So then they were even more wet.
oh no.
So yeah, I do own an iron, but I do not own an ironing board.
Yeah.
Oh,
but ironing board?
we have a little one.
Oh.
Yeah, see, for me,
Oh,
I
yeah.
have to have the biggest, baddest, ironing board, and ironing
Of
boards have a
course.
science.
Of
to it.
course you do.
No, I'm serious. No, they have a science.
Big
to them,
Eureka.
And my mom will tell you that I used to even iron my jeans.
What did he say?
Yeah.
Are
Yeah,
you
no,
one of
I'm-
those men that walk around with a big stiff crease in their jeans?
It's got big
You know
stiff
what?
something else, I guess.
On my jeans, I didn't put the creases, but on my slacks, I did. And my slacks had perfect creases.
I knew somebody like that. I worked with somebody that
Old
actually
people
ironed
did that.
her own jeans.
Old people had like their jeans had been ironed so many times that it was like a permanent line to them.
Yeah, well, I got a quote here that I'd like to read from a military guy who wrote about gender roles.
Oh, right.
And I went to the military with this guy. His name is Terrence from TC. He goes, I think the gender roles have softened substantially over the past few decades, with men taking larger roles in childcare and family. Women have increased their participation in the workforce, including more traditional male roles. Now that admin and tech work companies a greater percentage of available jobs, if I can read, it is easier for women to compete.
Get those glasses out.
As opposed to old school manual labor. Men and women still do more their traditional roles, but there's a lot more opportunity to escape that.
You know what? I kind of have to agree with TC. I think that because now there's more women in the workforce and holding positions of quote unquote power, men have kind of laxed themselves and how to move forward, with jobs and so forth. But at the same time, too, I see that, I have been into households doing installations where the man is a stay-at-home dad, and also the educator, where he's doing homeschooling, and it's got like a little bit of that military precision, 9 a.m., everyone be in class. Class is downstairs in the basement. There's no hanky-panky or anything like that, and mom was out working, bringing home the bacon.
You like that, sir?
You like bringing home the bacon, don't you?
That statement? Well,
That
it's a common speak type of statement.
I know a couple of men that are like way better parent, like as far as taking care of the kids and home, better than the moms.
Well, I'll say this. I'm sorry to interrupt, but the first thought that came
interrupt?
to mind when you said,
No.
The first thought that came to mind as soon as you said that is, dads usually are more strict than moms. Moms let kids get away with stuff, they're not as strict. And this is one of those things that I also noticed about the households that they had stay-at-home dads. The kids really don't play around when it comes to dads.
I must interrupt.
Go ahead.
Interrupt.
I must interrupt.
Interrupt.
Because my mother is not the same woman that is living right now.
Right.
She did not let me get away with anything when I was a kid.
Yeah, but if she's a grandmas are different.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right now, because I'm a grandma.
I keep telling my kids though that is not the same lady that raised me. So you guys are lucky.
She softened.
Yeah.
Now my daughter,
potentially,
right? My daughter-in-law, she's an early childhood education teacher, and so she does a wonderful job with Jackson, my grandson. He's 3 and he's out there, making his own sandwich, helping her prepare dinner. He even unloads the dishwasher, and so I hope it sticks with him. But
could because like my son is 9 and he loves to help his mom in the kitchen.
So that's good.
He does it on his own really sometimes. He'll go out there. It might change, but for the most part I think it sticks with them as far as like when they get older.
Mm-hmm.
Like with me, I didn't do a lot of that stuff when I was younger, but as I grew older and then military and now being older, it kind of comes back.
Right.
You know, like it's a foundation, it's a base thing for me.
Well,
So,
she uses the word job a lot with him. Like, what is your job? And he'll tell you what his job is. Sometimes my job is playing with my toys. And I'm like, yeah, that's a hard job. But yeah, he likes to use that word job, and he's 3. So
we're like, that's my favorite job.
yeah, that's my favorite job.
I
Play
used to-
outside. That's a job.
Speaking of
Let's see
that,
how he feels about that job when he's 33.
Well, hopefully,
right?
hopefully he'll see the bigger picture. I mean,
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, and when I was younger, maybe around 7, 8ish,
mhm.
I used to actually. I remember getting up, pretending that I had a job because I had this little McDonald's
Right.
set, and I used to get dressed as if I were a McDonald's worker and pretend like that was my store. And I would open up in the morning.
Well, now they make toys like that.
Yeah.
Like you can buy like grocery
Well, this was
stores
back
and
in like 82,
Right,
so
but-
it was like a little tiny thing.
Right.
But yeah, they do now. They make them.
yeah,
so-
I bought Jackson a cash register for Christmas last year, and we play with that all the time. And he always, "What will you have, ma'am?" And
Yeah,
then we go
yeah.
through, and he's pushing all the buttons and telling me it's like $1 million, and you know.
It will be, but
And then
they're
he
older.
says, "Give me your credit card, Grandma."
Yeah, yeah.
So he knows about credit cards, and he's 3.
Well, if you ever need a merchant solution, you know, a merchant processing station, you know, let me know. I got a guy.
Uh-huh.
Let Jackson know. I got a guy. Best rates in the country.
So I think that women prefer to stay single more nowadays. What do you think about
Single
that?
as in like no men or no marriage.
No marriage.
Yeah, I'm at that phase.
You're at that phase.
I'm at that phase now. Yeah. I'm
yeah, just because men always did this
yeah.
and still do it, right? So I think a lot of females go, why can't we?
Mm-hmm.
And they don't care about the whole stigma that there used to be about, women are, whores or whatever,
I know a few of
sluts or
those.
whatever. And they're
Oh,
like,
you know a few of those
not
women,
that
do
it,
One in particular.
not that
Oh.
it's, I'm not like saying it's a great thing to do
Mm-hmm.
or that it's a bad thing to do. It's just that if they can do it, why can't we without being scrutinized or,
Mm-hmm.
within reason?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like dating.
Right.
Dating.
Right. I find dating very strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you've been out of that game for a while, haven't you?
Yeah. I was married for almost 28 years, recently divorced, and it's like I don't it's like I'm scared to even go out there and meet a stranger because you don't know, you might not ever come home.
That's
You
true.
know? It's totally true. And so I'm with that. I think I'm good with not being married anymore. I'll just keep a man. You don't have to be married to,
No.
And
I agree.
that
So
got me
when you
nowhere.
say
It got
keep a
me
man-
nowhere the second time with the 28 years of marriage. So it's like I gave the best years of my life, and what for?
Right.
So when
yeah.
you say keep a man, do you mean like put him on a shelf, but just dust him off and bring him back when you want him?
No, like companionship, and you have that relationship. You just don't have to be married. You don't have to have a piece of paper.
Well, to that respect, I have to say, it's hard to start over again because that's really what it is. I mean, like you said, you put in 28 years in your second marriage. I don't know how long in your first marriage, but let's say maybe 3 to 5 years,
2.
maybe.
2 years.
Okay. I was close. I said 3.
Yeah.
But 2 years of marriage is one thing, and 28 years of marriage, that's a lifetime.
But
That is a life.
my first marriage, we left on good terms. It was we hugged each other at the courthouse and went on our way. So there was no hard feelings there, on my side that I know of.
Okay. But, after 28 years, once you got the kids through school and they're out of the house, now it's supposed to be your time, And, when
Didn't
you
work
just
out that
split up
way.
like that, it's like, okay, you've been working towards a certain goal that whole marriage, and then all of a sudden, it's not exactly what you thought it was going to be.
True. Very true.
and then starting all over again with someone new, getting to know their nuances, getting to know their best and their worst, having to try to remember all their family members, you know, and becoming, let's call it an extended family. I don't even know if that's the correct term or not, but it could be quite nerve wracking.
I don't know if it's nerve wracking. I don't know. I just don't feel that urge to be married anymore. So
When you say keep a man, would you say like keep him on the dating status?
no,
or a little bit
no.
more
I would
involved?
live with the guy for, I would live with the guy. Just I wouldn't have to be married. I don't think I need that anymore at my age.
Right. So what's the difference, right, of being married, and common to speak, married, so to speak? I mean, you're living together. That's
I think
almost
it's
as if husband and wife, isn't it?
Well, because you don't have any legal ties to any. It's like I have my money, you'll have your money.
I think it's a choice.
Yeah.
I got that.
Yeah, it's a choice.
Well, there are people
Right,
today that get married, and
Style.
that's exactly how they establish their marriage. How they're going to work. I have
Well,
my
for right
job, you have
now-
your job. We have a joint bank account to put in the money to split up the bills, but you have your money and I have mine.
Or you could just have your own bank account and, so if you have a car, then you pay your car payment. If you have your credit cards, you pay your credit cards. But if you live in a home together, then you should split that. If you're not married, I would say you split like the household, like your consumers, your house payment, that kind of stuff. I would be fine with that. But for now, that's how I feel. So my goal is 15 years because that's when my alimony will run out.
From a woman's point of view, like they have songs that were written about this, what have you done for me lately type of thing.
What have you done for me lately?
How do you feel about that? And I'm guessing that you might know one or two women out there that are like that.
As in, what do you mean? What have you done for me lately? What are you in reference
to? I'm thinking of some of my past relationships, and one in particular, and I'm not going to mention names. But
but why not? You've already thrown out a few.
Yeah, well, this one here owns a gun, so I'm not trying to get shot. She's the type that will jump into her Lincoln. I'm not going to say names, but I'll say what kind of car she drives. She'll jump into her Lincoln and drive 15 hours to come track my ass down and pap. But no, she's one of those that says, woman doesn't need a man for anything. The only thing that she could possibly need from a man is sex or, the masculine touch, but that's about it.
You don't even necessarily need a man for sex.
No, you don't. They have machines for that.
Anymore.
Yeah. They have machines for that.
They got robots.
One of my friends was telling me a couple of years ago that they have.
And you can make it go as long as you want.
A smart dildo now.
It's fast and it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they got
5
smart
minutes.
dildos. Dildos that connect to Wi-Fi now.
Yeah. Oh, I need to get one of those.
Yeah, let me get
the info.
Thanks for the tip.
Give me one of the guest accesses to the app.
Yeah, just the tip.
Hey, I want a guest user account, okay? Yeah, but I was gonna say that she basically she says that she doesn't need a man for anything, so on and so forth, yada yada yada. But she makes her own money, and she makes damn good money, and all this other stuff. But then she's one to say, I want to be a help in a relationship. I don't want to be the provider. The man has the role of being a provider. He's got to pay all the bills.
Mm-hmm.
Her car note included, her credit cards included. Her money is just for her to be able to buy clothes, jewelry, go on vacations. And mind you, he's got to be able to pay for that vacation. If he doesn't, she's going by herself. Yeah.
There are
So
some.
that's
I'm sure there are.
Yeah.
yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. There are plenty out there like that.
Mm-hmm.
My money is my money. Your money is our money. And that's
I've
how
heard
things
that.
are usually said. Yeah. So how many people do you know like that, and do you even agree with that? I'm guessing you're going to say no because you just said you'd be okay with paying your own car note.
I pay it now. I just got a new car. It was my gift to myself
Well, how
after the
about this?
divorce.
I think that these days also, the notion of love from the female point of view, as well as from the man's point of view, is how much money can that man or is that man willing to spend on her? And
No,
I'm not talking about The Rock, you know, the nice diamond ring for 12 grand. I'm talking about car notes and, you know, relaxation therapies and hairs dones and dids and all of this stuff, you know.
no, I
And some men
don't.
actually think that that's the way to a woman's heart.
Some women. I don't know. I'm more like sit on the couch with me, spend time with me. You know, my way of showing people that I care is I do stuff for you. You know, like if I go to the store and I think of you and I'm like, oh, I bought you your favorite whatever, or you know, I picked you up this shirt because you know, to me that's how I show extra affection, not just through physical and you know. But
Well, I have to agree with that.
yeah, I don't need I mean, unless you're not gonna do all those things, then yeah, give me the car, give me the. If you're not gonna do any of the other things, then you can buy me stuff.
Okay.
But I'd be more happy with, yeah, just quality time. You know, making me a priority. So I have a new list of, you know, qualifications for dating now.
Oh, do
The
tell.
do's and the don'ts.
Oh, do tell. Inquiring minds want to know. Don't we, bro?
Sure. This could be a two-parter.
Right? Yeah, I don't no video games, none at all. I don't want a man that plays video games. Keeps a cool head. Family first. And can fix stuff.
Oh, and
She's
can
big on the
fix
fixing.
stuff.
And can fix stuff. That's important.
I'd be out.
You can't fix stuff?
I can't fix stuff.
Not handy?
I can't even fix my hangnail.
Well, I've learned, well, you know, I've had to do a lot of stuff myself because if things didn't get done, I got tired of waiting for it. So, you know, I bought new patio furniture, a new umbrella. I had bought a lot of new things after the divorce, and I put all the stuff together myself. So I was very proud of myself. I even bought myself a little tool bag.
Was it pink?
Nope, it's red.
Was it?
I hate red, but yeah, it's red.
She likes pink.
Oh, okay.
I do like pink, and I was looking for a pink one because my daughter-in-law has a pink tool set, and I don't know where she got it, but yeah.
I know a female with a pink gun.
Oh,
Yeah.
so your wife?
No.
She hates pink.
Yeah, my wife hates pink.
We were just talking about that today.
All right, guys. So what's next?
I'm glad you said that. What's that?
I said I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, my moonshine's kicking in. I'm glad you said that. As I slur these words,
Maybe we should change the podcast to Moonshiners.
I know. Moonshiners with big
Moonshine talk.
Yulika and
Moonshiners.
Oh, I think it should be like moonshine talk.
Welcome to Moonshine Talk.
And in fact, we should just, you know, call Don from now on the Moonshine Whisperer.
Okay.
Yeah, would you tell our
I'm
listeners
the one that turned him on to the
moonshine you
moonshine.
have?
What's
Last
that?
week, what was the moonshine? What was
Last-
on the menu for the moonshine last week?
Last week was banana pudding, Old Smoky moonshine. This week
And-
it's butter pecan,
Yeah, and it's really good.
and it's really good. There's a new one out that's coconut, but I haven't found that one yet, so
Oh.
I'm on a mission.
That's gonna be really,
That's gonna be really good.
But but now it's time for badass flick or just pure shit.
Are you the keymaster?
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
This baby hits 88 miles per hour. They're gonna see some serious shit.
And I have
All right.
one, but Dawn doesn't have one. Do you have one, Yuli?
I'll let you go, and maybe I'll think of something.
I'm sure you will, because you know what else I have is a
Yeah.
poll that I did on Facebook on rewatchable movies,
Now, see, I could do that one.
which a lot of people actually chimed in on. And it's just movies that you would be able to watch over and over again. Basically, people's favorite movies.
Although
that's all
I do
the
have a
007
movie
flicks.
date. I do have a movie date in the works with my son Justin. We're just talking about going to see the Thor movie, so maybe on our next podcast I'll have a badass movie to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Or just the pure shit.
Oh, come on, it's Thor. It can't be pure shit.
Yeah, it's named after, well, my dog's
It's named after your dog.
Yeah, my dog's named after it, so. But my badass flick is Saint Vincent, and it's got Bill fucking Murray.
God damn it, Bill fucking Murray!
I say
Oh,
Bill fucking Murray.
I've never seen that or heard of
I
it.
know, and it's one of those films. It's on Netflix, and it's one of those films that you're looking through Netflix and you're like, what? 2014 film that I've never heard of with
Mhm.
Bill fucking Murray and Melissa McCarthy.
I
What?
love Melissa McCarthy.
I know, I do too. I love her in a lot of things, especially Bridesmaids. Oh,
I know. That was hilarious.
Which is-
Me and my girlfriend Diane talk about that movie all the time.
that's one of my wife's rewatchable movies. of all
Yes,
time.
that's one of mine too.
Yeah, you could watch. That's a classic.
Mhm.
I would say that's one of mine too. One of my
Mhm.
favorites.
Which
But,
one?
Bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids. Okay.
Oh, you gotta. If you haven't seen it, man, dude, it's
It's hilarious.
a classic
Mhm.
movie. It really is. But Naomi Watts is also in this movie with Bill Murray and Melissa McCarthy. It's called Saint Vincent, and it's basically about a kid who's about 11 years old who kind of, gets into like a friendship with this old war vet, Bill Murray, and he becomes the kid that gets babysat by Bill Murray because Melissa's working all the time, and it just it's a chummy kind of comedy, but also dramedy.
Dramedy, I like that.
Yeah. And it's heartwarming. It's one of those nice movies that from the old days, it kind of has that feel. And I saw it, me and my wife saw it, and it was like a really good, it comes together nicely.
I'll have to look that up.
It's really good. It's heartwarming. And so it's called Saint Vincent, and it's on Netflix, I believe, right now. Like I said, we don't advocate for Netflix, but it seems like everything is on Netflix now.
Exactly.
Anyway, so go on, Yulika. Do you have one?
No, but as you were speaking, I was thinking of one. I don't know the name of it though. So you can look it up. Probably you'll find it. It's a movie that was made. I think this is like the only movie actually that I don't even know his real name actually. His biggest character is Frasier.
Oh, Kelsey Grammer.
Mm-hmm.
I knew
Yeah.
his name was like Kelsey or
Kelsey
some
Grammer.
shit. Yeah, him. I think
I
it's
like
the only movie he's ever had because he only has like TV series, right?
He-
You know, he was in
No,
Cheers,
well-
and then he had the Frasier show.
He's
You
in
know,
Down Periscope too, and
oh, that's true too. He was in that
that's a good movie.
comedy of a sub thing. Yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
That's
No, but this is one that's kind of like a, what did you call it, dramedy?
yeah, like a drama and a comedy together. Yeah,
Yeah. It's about him and his daughter. They're kind of estranged. She's getting married. He shows up for her wedding. She walks out on, or I think it wasn't her who walked out. I think it was the groom that walked out on her at the altar. He ends up going with her on their honeymoon, which is on a cruise. And, you know, the whole time
I heard about it.
he's trying to, you know, talk her into having some fun because their estranged relationship was from him constantly working.
I think I heard of that one. I'll
Google
definitely
it.
watch it.
I'm sure you'll find it.
I'm thinking of a badass flick, and for the life of me, because I don't know, because I've been up since 4 a.m., but my brain stops working at a certain point in time, and the drinking moonshine, and I'm trying to think of it because
Pecan moonshine.
what?
Pecan moonshine.
Pecan,
Is it-
butter pecan.
Yes. Butter pecan.
What did you say?
What did I say?
You just said moonshine.
Oh, well, excuse the hell out of me.
I don't know. It just doesn't sound like it has that flair to it, like the butter pecan.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. But it's like I cannot remember it, and it's a really good movie, and it's about a family, and these drug addict douchebags break into their home, and they end up killing and raping the wife and the daughter in front of him. And it'll probably pop in my head as I'm talking about it. And
Jesus Christ, that sounds like a horrible ass flick.
but it's really cool because I wish I could remember the name of it. But he ends up
That's really cool. Okay.
Well, he ends up going to prison for killing one of them, and he's in prison, but yet the guy who actually did the raping and the killing, he got off, and so he was like super pissed off. And Jamie Foxx was the lawyer in the movie.
Okay, I know. He was the general attorney, the prosecutor.
Yes. What is the name of that movie?
Yes, I know exactly
Law-abiding
which one you're
citizen.
talking.
Law-abiding citizen.
Yes, that fucking movie was a good movie.
That is an awesome movie. So if you've never seen it, it's a must. God, see, I knew it would pop in my head as I talked about it. Law-abiding citizen. Excellent.
Yeah, no, he planned that whole thing. He didn't go to prison because he killed the guy.
Exactly. He did it on purpose.
On purpose.
Yes.
To land in a specific prison.
Yes.
Which he then was going to get revenge not only on the guy that perpetrated the crimes against his family, but also against
the legal
system.
team. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
who
it was
just
awesome.
let him go after 2 or 3 years for something like that, instead of actually trying. They bled him out. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you, one of the flicks that I don't mind ever rewatching, in fact, I just rewatched it a couple of months back, is Captain Ron.
Oh, yeah, I heard that one.
Captain Ron.
So you would say that's a rewatchable movie on your list?
Oh, hell yeah. Only because, I identify with that guy. Not so much just that guy, but, the whole entire family going off on an adventure, and, just learning to relax. In the beginning of the movie, they were professionals. Mom and dad were professionals. The 10-year-old was a menace. The 16-year-old girl, she was out there dating bikers, and living life really fast. Right? And so they inherited this boat from, some uncle that's been, was kind of like an adventurer and so on and so forth. And so they meet Captain Ron to help them to sail the boat back to Chicago, or stateside rather, from the Caribbean somewhere. And he was like a blessing in their life because he got them to relax.
Right.
And learn to have fun. and then they united as a family. And when they were coming back, in port, I think it was on Florida somewhere, they all were sad and everything else, and they just decided to go off and have more of an adventure and live life like that.
Well, I say Pretty Woman as the girl's perspective.
A rewatch.
Pretty Woman is rewatchable. I've probably seen that 500 times too.
Oh, and of course your Top Gun, right?
Oh, I had Top Gun. Yeah, you know it. Now I got to go see that other one. I'm hoping it's still in the theaters. Damn it!
I hear in about 6 weeks somebody's going to have it streaming.
Do what?
I hear in about 6 weeks someone is going to have it streaming.
Yeah, I know a guy who could probably get it for me.
So I got about 3 movies that I would say are rewatchable for me. One of them is Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, hell yeah. I still remember the words to the drill instructor.
To the drill instructor part.
I am your senior drill instructor, Hartman. From now on, your first and last words out of your filthy sewers.
You're going to say the whole thing, aren't you?
I couldn't recite the whole
here
movie.
a while.
Lord.
The other one is Pulp Fiction.
Everybody be cool, this is a robbery!
Any of you fucking pricks move! And I'll execute every motherfucking last one of you!
Good one.
I love that film.
That's a good one. I love John
My
Travolta.
wife hates that film.
What?
Yes.
Oh.
But I think she never really watched it again. So I think she needs to watch it again. But anyways, Pulp Fiction and then Tombstone.
Oh my God, that is my most favorite movie ever. Absolutely.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Yes. I got
I love Val Kilmer.
Yes. I got a sweatshirt where Val Kilmer is talking today that says,
yes.
And I got so many compliments on it.
I love that. Yeah, I could tell you. I could probably. Yeah, I could tell you every word for word.
So, and yeah, my wife actually likes that one too.
Yeah.
But my wife's are Gladiator. Gladiator is an awesome movie with but I gotta tell you, it's the one because they have another Gladiator, but it's the one with Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
That one is so good. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves is another one.
That's
She
a good one.
says she could watch over and over. Bridesmaids, the one we talked about. Girls Trip.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
That's a good one too. It's almost like a
wow. Look how excited she got. I gotta go check out that movie.
Some of these movies I forget. I forget about how good they were.
Yeah, bro. If you haven't seen that, bro, it's like a woman's Hangover. You ever seen it? Yeah, it's like the female version of Hangover.
Yeah.
You remember, Tiffany Haddish?
No.
No? Okay.
Give me
Jada
characters,
Pinkett
man. Give me characters. Oh yeah. Sure.
Okay. You know Queen Latifah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So they're in it, and
it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's like 4 friends, and they go to not Vegas, but they go to New Orleans, and yeah, it's really good. You got to watch it. It's funny. She said any Medea movie.
Oh, absolutely.
She loves to.
I love Medea.
My mother actually loves Medea.
No, we can't forget. I just about love any Robin Williams movie. Come on now.
That's true.
I mean, was there ever a bad Robin Williams movie?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I love Patch Adams. I love
that. Was just terrible.
I love everything he did.
Yeah, that's really, a big loss. I just loved him. Any Robin Williams movie.
Doubtfire.
Yes. Actually, I just might make a weekend where I'm just gonna sit and watch nothing but Robin Williams.
He just did everything he did was pretty much
hilarious. Cool. Yeah.
He.
Oh wait, go ahead.
Just 2 more from my wife. All the Die Hard movies because she's a big Bruce Willis
I love Die Hard.
And all
Yippee-ki-yay, mother!fucker!
Hey, come join us.
Yeah, join the party.
And all the Lethal Weapon movies, which we have the whole. Yeah. I got her the set. Well, we got ourselves the set. All 4 movies. The one with Chris Rock was funny. Even I love that one. The 4th one. I mean, they were just all good.
So now my stepson Justin, he's quite the movie buff, and he probably would have some really good movies. I should get a list from him because he's got tons of Blu-rays.
Oh wow!
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't even make Blu-rays anymore. Huh?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Do they make Blu-ray players, or did they get away with those like VHS?
I think so. I think they went away.
Yeah,
But
Blu-ray players didn't really last very long.
Yeah, but they were nice.
Yeah.
They looked really clear and
They were
almost 3D.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
But you could also play them on the PlayStation.
They came out more or less the same time as flat screen TVs. Well, what we call flat screen TVs, you know, like the ones that you can hang up on the wall like a picture. Plasma TVs, LCD TVs, and then consequently LED TVs. The thing is that, you know, they became smart really fast. Yeah, they became smart really fast. And then, you know, of course, you have Netflix, Hulu, Vudu, and all these other mediums that are available right at your fingertips. So who the hell needs a DVD player?
Right. That's one thing I miss too, being single and not having somebody there, is electronic items, because I am not technologically savvy at all. So it's like I just don't even watch TV because I don't even know how to hook and make everything work anymore. So I just wait for somebody to come over and watch TV with me, and then they do it.
Ooh, that's my in.
I can help you with that. I told you that last episode. I can help you with that. Last
He's
episode
like, I
was
know a
about
guy,
the
and it's me. No,
you just give me the word, shoot me a text, and I'll be there.
Although I was quite the problem solver today before the podcast started.
She helped us.
I figured out every problem that he was having.
Troubleshooting this whole sound.
Pat on the back.
Good job. Good job.
All right. Well, congratulations and thank you.
Give me some applause, could you? Thank you. That almost sounded like someone was being spanked.
Well, you know, I might have done it a little bit like that because, you know, that's what I'm used to, right? Like that. But listen,
so that was yours I was hearing.
Yeah. It
was, yes. You see, you have selective hearing after all.
Yeah, I did the sound effects on my thing, but she was hearing yours. That sounded like a slap on the ass.
And, well, that's what stuck out to her, bro. I'm just saying.
One of my faves.
Of course.
There you go.
The lady.
I'm gonna tell you a movie. I don't know the name of it. I can't remember it right now. But maybe you guys could pick it up. It was a movie, I want to say late 90s, early 2000s with Pierce Brosnan.
Okay. And it wasn't a James Bond film?
No, it was not a James. No. He was a rich man in New York City who was basically a billionaire, but somehow he got a thrill from robbing the Museum of Natural Art and playing with the authorities that were trying to wrap their head around.
I've never seen that one. I saw National Treasures. Those were awesome. I love Nicolas Cage.
Those are good.
Love Nicolas Cage.
He picks questionable roles, but I do like him.
Oh, one of my favorite movies is Con Air. Come on now.
Con Air
was Nicolas Cage? Nicolas Cage, okay.
I enjoyed Nicolas Cage.
Yes. I kind of find him to be a little stiff.
A little stiff, yeah.
Google it.
That suits his roles, I think.
Who? Pierce Brosnan?
No, Nicholas.
Because the Gone in 60 Seconds, those were good movies too.
Like that one too. But I'm trying to figure out this Pierce Brosnan movie. But
yeah, that one doesn't sound familiar to me.
Don't remember.
What are we doing?
I think that was my phone.
Oh.
Pierce Brosnan, and then you said what? He was a billionaire?
Yes.
Billionaire movie.
Yeah, that one don't.
The
Thomas Crown Affair. Okay.
Thomas Crown Affair. Yes, that's the one. That's the one. Yes.
I knew. You know what? When that came
as soon as that came up, I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, because you had mentioned that a long time ago to me too, bro. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
That you said you liked that movie a lot too.
Now there's another one where he plays a bad man, an Irish man part of the IRA type of stuff.
It's more recent, though, right?
That is more recent, yes.
Yeah.
But the main character there, he was an IRA type of leader, and in Irish government, and the main character though was actually Jackie Chan.
Yes, love Jackie Chan.
Yes, but this is one of those movies of Jackie Chan that is not typical role that he plays.
Right.
But he was very good at it.
Right. Now, I know Titanic was a long movie, but do you guys think that's like a rewatchable movie?
Oh no. I don't even know why.
I loved it.
Why, all these girls are like, oh, I love Titanic, I love Titanic. And, at the time I was dating some Brazilian chicks, and they're like, oh, Titanic.
It's because of Leonardo DiCaprio.
Titanic.
Oh, please.
Yeah,
I will say this. I don't really care for Leonardo DiCaprio and his movies.
Oh, I love him.
That's for me.
Blood Diamonds, he was very good. He was very good in Blood Diamonds.
He's a great actor.
He's a great actor. You're crazy.
Yeah, I guess I got to rewatch some of his shit.
Now you're going to doubt
Blood
yourself.
Diamonds, I'd leave it at that.
That was a good movie.
What movie should he watch?
Blood Diamonds, yeah. Blood Diamonds was good.
Basketball Diaries, What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Let's see, what other movie he was in that was really good?
Wasn't he
The Departed?
Wasn't he in a country movie with like it was like all the Young Guns? Was he in Young Guns?
He wasn't in Young Guns.
Are you sure?
He was too young to be in Young Guns.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because he's our age. He's like 40.
No, he's younger than me.
Well, no, I mean.
Let's remember, I'm the elder here.
He's I think Yulika and I are. Not saying you're old.
Hey, people don't even believe me when I tell them how old I am. So there. They're like, oh, you don't look 53.
Yeah, that's true. You don't.
Thanks.
I said that in the
I
last
wish I
podcast.
wasn't. You sure did. Thank you.
I'm still trying to find that Pierce Brosnan movie with Jackie Chan. Was it The Foreigner?
Yes, The Foreigner.
That was a great film, actually.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
You ever seen that one?
I don't know.
Jackie Chan? Oh, that was good. That was really good.
I probably haven't.
Really, really good.
So,
anyway, so here's well, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, what is going to be our topic for the next episode?
Well, we're not there yet. I still have a few films here I want to talk about.
Oh.
Stop jumping ahead.
No, because I have actually, and I'm going to say his name.
No.
I'm going to say his name because he works with us. Kelly Welch.
He works with us? Oh.
He was my DI. So he said,
I've never met him in person. I just know him from the radio.
Oh,
yeah. And if you don't know, that's how me and Jeff met. Was we both work for MTA and we're MTA drivers.
Yeah, we're MTA drivers. And this guy named Kelly from MTA said Black Dog is like a movie that he would rewatch. And I never heard of Black Dog.
I've never heard of it.
So sorry, Kelly, but I will watch
Shout out to Kelly.
Shout out to Kelly. A good guy. And another friend of mine said The Shawshank Redemption.
Oh my God! How could I forget that? That's right up there with Tombstone.
Yep.
I've watched that. I could tell you.
Freeman.
Yeah, I could recite that word for word too.
Morgan Freeman and Tim Robbins.
Yep.
Really good movie.
Yep. One of my favorites.
Denise Nunez, friend of ours. You know her, bro. Legend with Tom Cruise. I don't remember.
What is it?
Legend with Tom Cruise. I don't remember that one though. I think that was.
I've never even heard of that. But speaking of Tom Cruise, there is that
samurai movie.
Jack Reacher.
Oh, see, I wouldn't like that. I don't really
Jack
like.
Reacher is good. I saw Jack Reacher. Yeah, that's a Tom Cruise movie. That's a good one.
Did you see both of them or just the one?
No, I just saw.
How about
one.
Risky Business while we're talking about Tom Cruise?
Risky
That's an
Business.
oldie but a
I would watch that
goodie.
again.
I would
I would
too.
watch
Hey,
that again.
Him
Ferris
dancing in
Bueller's
his
Day
underwear?
Off.
Absolutely.
Ferris Bueller's Day
Oh,
Off.
Ferris.
I would
You know what though?
possibly,
I
but I think
don't
Risky
know.
Business over that.
yeah. I don't. For some reason, I never thought that. I don't know. I didn't care for it that much. I don't know why.
Sorry, people. Sorry, fans. No, but Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Now, that is a movie that Jim Carrey made a while back. And I asked her, is that really good? Because I didn't want to see it because Jim Carrey to me was like a funny guy from the 90s, right? And he came out with this movie and I thought, it didn't look very interesting. She said it was amazing. So I said, well, I'm going to check it out because it's been a long, long time. And Jim Carrey is Jim Carrey.
Right.
So I'm going to watch. But she also said Mad Max and the Thunderdome.
Oh yeah.
She could rewatch over and over. And she also said The Lost Boys, which is
Love the
vampire.
Lost
I did like
Boys.
that.
That's an oldie and a
like
goodie.
that.
Yep.
Yeah. Larry Dumond is a friend of ours from New Lothrop. He listens to the show all the time. Shout out, Larry. Dumb and Dumber is one of his movies with Jim Carrey, speaking of which. The Blues Brothers. He said he loves the Blues Brothers. The original Jurassic Park.
I never got into those.
And then I never really
Although
did either, but
my grandson loves dinosaurs, I'm probably gonna have to learn to love it.
my son can watch Jurassic Park and wife love Jurassic Park. And he said any of the Naked Gun movies.
Oh.
And then he also said he's going with my wife, agreeing with her on any Die Hard or Lethal Weapon movies.
Right.
And then Shannon and Merrick, who are also fans of the show.
Yay! Shout out.
Shout out to Shannon.
Shout
and
out,
Merrick
shout out.
Matthews. Shannon said anything by John Hughes.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like Home Alone.
Home
and all
Alone.
that. I
Yeah,
love
those
Home
were
Alone.
good movies.
I can watch.
Yeah.
I'll add Home Alone to mine.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
I love those.
Like Christmas movie.
Yeah.
I can watch that over and over.
Thelma and Louise. Come on now.
Thelma and Louise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great female buddy film.
Yeah.
Merrick said Animal House.
Oh,
with John
jeez.
Belushi. John Belushi. Fast Times at Ridgemont.
Oh my God!
High.
Yes.
That
Yes.
was on 10 a
Yes.
long time ago.
Yes. Mr. Spicoli.
Yeah. Summer School. You know who Summer School was with?
No.
That was with Mark Harmon.
Yeah.
Mark Harmon from NCIS.
Yep.
So, yeah, you know who that is now, bro? From NCIS, Mark Harmon.
No.
All right.
No, but I have an idea.
This movie.
Google it.
Yeah, this movie I don't know is called Rad.
I
never heard of
Who's
that
in
one.
it?
I don't know.
Have you guys ever watched A River Runs Through It?
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, that is a good.
Now, see, I have not watched. Now, that's a movie that I should watch because I enjoyed that, and it's been many, many years since I've watched that.
A River Runs
A
Through
River
It.
Runs
That's
Through
a good
It.
one.
Mhm.
And one last one by Merrick was Young Guns.
Love
you
Young
mentioned.
Guns.
Another one. Let's see. This one was by a friend named Jeff Klink, who's also listening to the show. The Crow.
Oh, see, that one
Brandon
was
Lee.
too scary for me. It was too, I don't know,
It was
I don't know.
confusing for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's what.
He also put Thor Ragnarok.
Huh?
Or Ragnarok.
I have no
know
idea
how to
what that
pronounce
is.
that, but a Thor movie. Godzilla.
Classic. I remember you used to watch those
KOM
on
Millen.
Mondays at 4:00 after school. Godzilla. You ever watch? Well, I'm older. I'm showing my age again.
No, the one with where he used to chase the little
Yes.
Japanese people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that. I'm sorry, Japanese people. I didn't mean to say little Japanese people. It's like that one time we did a show and I said, "I'm sorry, gay people. I love you." I do say weird things. Okay. I'll stop talking. Okay, so
Awkward.
Star Wars Original trilogy, he said.
No, see, that's what my boys and my ex-husband,
I was
Star
never
Wars
a-
fanatics.
Sorry, Jeff. I wasn't really into stuff. Boondocks.
You'll get booed for that.
Saints. Yeah. I
Do you have a
would.
boo button?
I do have a
Gotta do the boo button.
Boo!
When you did that, bro, I had pressed it and it sounded loud. So I thought that was the boo button.
You were over booing the boo.
You were over booing the boo. All right. Boondock Saints 1 and 2.
What?
Boondock
Are you
Saints.
spanking again?
I
Stop
sure
spanking
am.
yourself.
I was just making sure you're listening.
The Boondock Saints was a movie that I think it was like about
Never heard of it.
some Irish lads, as they call them, that like to start fights. And stuff. And I saw it. I saw like the first one, and I thought, really didn't interest me, and so I didn't really see the second. I think, but I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. Another friend of mine named Ed said the outlaw Josie
That was the name of my
Wales.
first husband, Ed.
Uh-oh. I'll leave that
No,
name
not
out.
uh-oh.
Oh, that was your first one?
Yeah.
Okay, he's okay. All right.
Yeah.
They're still friends.
Yeah.
All right. So the outlaw Josie Wales, he said.
Oh, that's a good one.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't see it.
That's an older
Sorry.
one. Yeah.
That's Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Hello. Clint
Yeah.
Eastwood movies.
I
Come
know,
on now.
That's true. I did like Unforgiven. Remember Unforgiven, bro?
Yes, I do.
I took him to the movies in 1993 when that came out. I had seen it in the movie theater. I think that's when it came out. I took him to the movie theater, and then I took him like no, I took myself. Then I took him, and I said, "Bro, you got to see this. It reminds me of me and you." Even though
It was actually three of us that went together, bro. Me, you, and
Ariana, yes.
Yeah.
I took Ariana. We took a girl with us, and I don't know. It's just I love that Unforgiven. I can add that. I love that. Anyway,
Is it now?
Unforgiven
Wasn't there a
was pretty
movie? I think it was called El Dorado. Was it called El Dorado?
Oh,
It
that
was.
sounds like
It was. I'm not sure if that was the name of it or not. It was a more recent movie that he did in his older age.
You're talking about Gran Torino.
Gran Torino. That's
Yes.
it. El Dorado.
Yes.
Good God. Yes.
Where he said, "Get off my lawn."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
Yeah.
I watched that one.
That was a good movie.
Yeah.
I saw that one too.
Yeah.
Okay. How about so he also says Die Hard. And He
Right.
says Tombstone.
Yep. See, Tombstone.
And then Marvin, the guy I told you that I started this podcast with, not this one, but the one that was called You Don't Matter. Remember?
Yeah.
Remember him, bro?
You don't
Yeah.
matter.
The one I told the story about what is it? I forgot what I said. When I was 11 years old, I said, "Don't eat too much pussy." and people love that story. And I didn't know what the hell I was talking about.
He was 11.
I was 11 years old. Saying, "Don't eat too much pussy." But anyway,
Because he heard that somewhere.
because you'll get monkeypox. No. And anyway, Marvin says Crash, and that was a good movie.
That
you not like it?
was.
You remember it?
Yeah, isn't that the spinoff of Speed?
No.
Oh no, that had
This one was like a movie of like intertwining
yes.
characters.
Yes.
Oh, it was awesome.
Who's in that? Was it Sandra
I want to
Bullock?
say Sandra Bullock. I
Yeah,
want to say
Sandra
she
Bullock
was in it.
and
Maybe that's why you thought of Speed.
yeah, I did.
But she was in it, I believe. A lot of good actors were in that.
Yeah,
but
I've
it was a
watched
good
it.
one. It was a really good one. Independence Day, he says.
That's a good one.
I could
I
watch
love
that.
Will Smith.
I do.
Yeah.
Even though he
he went a little cray cray
yeah.
recently, but
Yeah. I'm still team Chris Rock though. I like it. And then he said nearly every movie starring Denzel Washington.
I love Denzel Washington.
I did too. John Q.
Oh yeah.
Awesome movie.
Yeah.
Oh my God, everything he
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
pretty
His were
much
his were good too. God, it's like you sit here and you forget
Training
about some
Day,
of these.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah.
I mean, Glory.
Mm-hmm.
He's just. How does he act so?
The natural.
It's just natural, yeah. It's natural. Like you got people like Jodie Foster who just knows how to act.
I like all the Taken movies too.
Oh yeah, Liam Neeson.
Yeah, Liam Neeson. He's
Have
a
you heard my
badass.
voicemail greeting?
Do tell.
The Bourne Identity movies.
Oh, you know what?
What is it?
The Bourne Identity movie.
Oh,
It's funny you say that because my
Matt Damon.
my buddy Mike, well, he is my buddy, but he's also my cousin's husband who makes him my cousin now.
Right.
He said all the Bourne Identity
Yes.
movies he loves.
Interesting fact, a lot of people don't realize, but the original Bourne movie was Bourne Identity was in like 1979ish, I think.
Oh, really?
77 or 79, yeah.
Wow.
I actually saw that once.
It didn't have Matt Damon in it.
No, it didn't.
I know. That was a joke.
Yeah,
I think Matt
because
Damon just
one of the
made it better.
movies, it had Robin Williams in it, and he was the smart kid. What the hell is the name of that?
Oh, okay.
You gotta know what I'm talking about, but my brain is not working right now.
You said
it had Robin Williams, and he was like a and it had Matt Damon.
Oh yes, the one I told you about, bro. Good Will Hunting.
Good Will Hunting. There you go.
Have you had a chance to check that out, bro?
Yeah, good movie.
Oh, bro.
What the hell do you do down there in Kentucky?
Work all day long.
Oh,
Exactly. That's all I ever do.
I work 10 hours a day.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I work 26.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's true.
I thought you said you were 26 years old.
Everything's 26 with you, Lika.
26 with you.
That's like a secret number. For our listeners who are listening, take that number right now and go play it in the lottery.
Yeah,
okay.
That's right. That's a lucky number.
Either that or on the roulette table. It usually comes out.
Okay, I'll remember that when I go to the casino. 26.
There you go.
Red
Casino
or black?
was another one. Casino was a good one too.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Casino was a very good movie. All the gangster movies, man. Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Was another one.
Godfather.
So let me just finish this up. Oh, Godfather. Scarface.
Classic. Come on.
Okay, so let me finish this up. I got Kevin says Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
Again, and he likes animated movies. So anything animated.
Oh.
Anything.
I was gonna say my son Cody, he loves anime.
A lot of kids love anime.
Oh my god, he's
now.
obsessed.
My kids love it
Yeah.
too. Pixar and Disney movies.
Okay.
He said. Ellie, my friend Ellie says, A Time to Kill.
Oh my god.
Matthew McConaughey.
That's one of my favorites.
I love Matthew McConaughey.
Oh my god.
And to that I say, all right.
Thank you,
all
fans, for bringing back some of these movies that I forgot about.
Yeah. Pulp Fiction, she says, which I said it, but I love that she said it. Young Frankenstein.
Oh Lord.
And Lord of the Rings and Hobbit movies.
Of course.
Yeah,
Lord of the Rings. You can't forget about that.
So, there you go. That's the list that I got from everybody. Hope I covered everybody there.
I should have had I should have had my son Justin, and he would have had some good movies to add to that list. Well, I'll have him do it.
Yeah.
If we do it every podcast.
Black.
Oh, that's Brad Pitt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Anthony Hopkins.
Yep.
Yes.
Anthony Hopkins.
Uh-huh.
That's another
Hannibal.
I love that guy.
Hannibal. All the animals are good.
Hannibal. Yeah.
You know, I picked up a guy yesterday at work, and his name was Hannibal, and that was the first thing that popped in my head. Is like, oh my god, I did, and that's what I was like. I'm gonna be left in the car with a guy named Hannibal.
Mangled up.
Hello, Don.
With your brain hanging out.
Is that exactly. You're wearing today?
Thank God your name is not Clarice.
I know.
That would have been
But I was like, Hannibal, really? Wow.
Hello, Clarice.
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah, that's the first thing that popped into my head is, oh my god.
Oh Lord, that would have been.
I know.
My name is.
All right, guys. So, what do our listeners who are listening have to look forward to for our next episode?
Well, first I want to do shout outs. And so I only have one shout out though. And it's to all my friends back in Maryland because I've been thinking about you all. So thank you.
Maryland.
Maryland.
I didn't even know that's where you're from, Maryland.
Well, I'm not from there, but yeah, I lived there for like 20 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Came from there.
Gotcha. Oh,
20
and
years ago.
well, is it past midnight? I was gonna say.
That's 11:38.
Oh,
but
well, today is still my dad's 75th birthday. Shout out to my dad.
Happy birthday to your dad.
Shout out, Skip.
happy birthday, Skip.
Yay.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
And then my niece's birthday, Hannah Banana. Hers was yesterday.
Happy birthday, Hannah
Happy
Banana.
banana.
Yep.
Happy banana.
Yep. And then I got a little nephew. He turned 1 yesterday or 2 days ago. His name is Porter.
Happy birthday.
We have a lot of August
Happy
birthdays.
birthday.
And
Oh, we should do birthday.
yep, and we should do birthdays because then I have my niece Sierra who has a birthday coming up too. So
Happy birthday.
I had a couple of cousins that had birthdays. Joe and Jody, they're twins.
Joe and Jody.
Yeah, and my cousin Amanda, I love with all my heart. Her
Happy
birthday was the
birthday,
beginning.
Amanda.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So
That's a lot.
those are my shout outs.
In August?
Yeah, those are
Oh.
my shout outs. Birthday shout outs. Yeah.
You believe
Well,
August
for a
is almost-
birthday shout out, I have to give it to my sister. Her birthday was on the 11th.
Jack.
But, I got caught up in Zooms and WebExes and so on. And by the time I remembered,
See?
it was already the 13th.
And you missed your sister's birthday?
Yeah.
Bad.
I apologize profusely.
Happy birthday, Jackie. From Jeff, your favorite friend.
Right. I have another birthday.
And
I
I
have
would
doesn't
like
even
to
remember
give a
me.
shout out to all 41 of our listeners. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, all 41 subscribers on YouTube. Yep.
maybe we'll have
At least we
more
can keep-
though.
At
Maybe
least we
we'll
can keep
have
track of them.
more.
At least
Yeah.
we can keep track.
Well, I'm hoping my friends step
Maybe
up.
we'll turn it into 41K.
Yeah, that'd
One
be
day.
awesome. All right.
41,000.
Yeah.
And what we have to look forward to next week?
Did we discuss that?
No.
We probably should have done that.
We probably should have discussed
Maybe we'll
it,
just
but-
surprise you.
Well, the last episode we said that our topic was going to be something different, and now here we are. So, in good off the cuff spirit, let's come up with something and then switch it up on our
Yes,
listeners
right.
next week.
Yeah, we'll put it on Facebook and
It'll be
all
a
that.
mystery.
Yeah.
You can guess it based on the question. How about that?
Maybe we can ask our listeners if they have any topics that they would like to hear
There you
about.
go.
That's a good one. That's a
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah.
Have them.
And let's bring back
Tell us what they
Devil's
wanna hear.
Advocate.
Let's bring back Devil's Advocate. Hey, off the cuff at gmail.com, people.
Yeah.
OFF.
I think Don is going to play a great Devil's Advocate.
I'm not very good at playing
Well.
devil's advocate.
You just need a couple of more moonshines and you're good to go.
Maybe. Although, give me some douchebag dudes, I can be a devil's advocate.
Advocate?
Advocate.
Okay, stop drinking the
That's the
moonshine.
moonshine. That's the
Yeah,
moonshine.
the moonshine.
Advocate.
Or Devil's Addict.
Yeah, devil's addict. There you go.
So, this was fun. Once again.
It sure
Once
was.
again.
So I'm going to say we're signing off. I'm going to say thank you all from all of us once again, as always, for listening. And remember, you can listen to new episodes of Season 3 every hump day, which is, of course, Wednesday, on Anchor, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, Breaker, iHeartRadio.
Oh, I didn't know iHeartRadio. That's awesome.
And it used to be on Spotify, but now
Ooh.
I think only the first and second seasons are on there. I went on there and couldn't find the two. So I don't know if Anchor's not giving them to Spotify anymore.
Mm.
I also post links on Facebook and Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and sometimes on Snapchat. Please don't forget to go to YouTube, our YouTube channel, which is https YouTube or youtube.com/user/freetimechance, which I want to change.
Yes, you'll all remember what he just said, right?
Write it down.
Write it down.
Or repeat it. Let me repeat it. HTTPS
Oh, Lord.
YouTube.com/user/3x channel. So 3x channels. And subscribe, like, comment, and our phone. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. And you can find all of our episodes there. From seasons 1, 2, and our current season 3. So, do you have anything else to share?
I do not.
All right, guys. Well, to everybody, we all say peace.
Peace out.
Later, guys.